So last we left off, you guys were getting ready for this heist you're gonna try to pull off at the home of Lord Story. You guys made a deal with Mr. Weiss, the owner of the casino, where he would help to get Lord Story and his husband out of the house for an evening in about 3 days. In exchange, you guys would not only kind of cook the books a little bit in Lord Story's household so that maybe he will back off from the casino a bit, um, but retrieve a magic item uh, that Mr. Weiss would like retrieved. Um, Juniper was able to sneak into the Justice District um, and get a bit of a look at the house um, and discovered that there's 2 stories. There's some good goats in the back. Um, and but probably the best way to handle this will be to someone to sneak up to a second floor and head back down to let everyone else in. You were warned that there are going to be a few servants at the house, as well as Lord Story's 3 children. From there, you guys made plans to head over to the casino to see if the Shadow Lady has any information that she is willing and able to provide you. Um, Lucky you guys, it's still early enough in the day that she isn't too busy at the moment. One of the other courtesans was flagged down and told of Fred's return, who had encountered her previously. Um, and she is able to see you guys. So you head into the room where she usually conducts her work. However, she is not all gussied up for work as she usually is. She's seems to be wearing a kind of a simple house coat, um, a little frock type thing. She's not wearing any makeup, and her hair is just kind of braided, but she smiles when you guys enter.
Hello. Fred is just going to like very excitedly uh uh wave at her and uh like basically do the like, oh, like this is my these are my friends that I had mentioned. This is the well, we're not, are we calling ourselves the Unlucky Seven anymore?
Seems
We
kind
don't
of
have anything better yet.
seems kind of dangerous too.
Well, I guess for now we are the Unlucky Seven. But this is Fred will go down the line doing like this is Juniper, this is Natrice, this is Ross, etc.
Well, it is a pleasure to meet you all. I have to say, I am surprised you come back so soon.
Well, we were hoping to take you up on your offer from the other day to talk about Lord's story, if that was okay.
I do not see why not. Um,
Excellent.
like I said, I do not typically make a habit of sharing information, but I think you are well-intentioned, so I suppose I can chat. But I do not work for free.
Of course not, and we would not expect you to at all. Everyone came prepared. We have secrets for you. right? Fred looks to the group like,
Well, by all means, I have pillows and blankets if you wish to sit. Uh, and she looks towards you, Andara. I have a trancing mat if that works for you.
I'm so sorry. I'm trying to get my headphones connected. Was that at me?
Yes. She
Okay.
says she has an elvish trancing mat if you guys all want to sit down.
Slay. Yeah, she'll sit.
All right. She kind of pulls out some stuff and creates a little makeshift sitting space for you all.
Fred absolutely like pulls up a pillow, gets seated.
Are we all sticking around for each other's secrets?
Oh, well, I mean, if we want to do it in private, I suppose we could.
I
I just figured we would all chat.
I think it would save time if we all discussed openly.
Not harumps, but sits down.
We can just. Oh, well, I suppose if you're all right with it. Oh my God, what's my voice doing? I suppose if you're all right with it, we could just whisper our secrets in your ear if we want to be private about it.
We do not wish to speak. I am once again taking a risk sharing what I know with you. I
Sounds
feel
like
that
we're all just gonna have to be adults and actually talk about shit that's
I
going
feel
on.
there should be risk on both sides, for the sake of fairness.
I can appreciate a sense of fairness.
I can appreciate a good risk.
Who wants to go first?
Well, this is Fred's appointment.
Well,
That's
yeah,
true.
I mean, I would be I could share a secret.
You are actually a Wayne.
No, I'm not Wayne. I'm 23. Uh that's not a secret though. Hmm. Well, I I suppose what sort of secret should I be sharing?
I typically, when working with clients, search for secrets that provide an emotional response. That is so that I can read the person a bit better and provides a more exciting experience.
So you're not just fishing for political advantage here?
I have no interest in politics.
Wouldn't have expected that to hold true of your conditions of employment, but okay.
Mr. Weiss is interested in politics in his own way. He is the type to search for advantages where he can. I have no one I am competing against. I am merely here.
Fair enough. Well, I suppose, well, if we're talking about secrets and emotions, I guess, uh, well, my secret is I have a bit of a crush on someone.
I see.
I'm going to explode.
Fuck yeah.
Fred just kind of blushes a little. Like, yeah.
It's someone in the room.
Oh no, someone else, a older friend. They actually they work at the Song of Rest, actually. Um,
Let's see.
they I suppose, well, since I'm sharing a secret, their name is Chance.
Interesting name. Perhaps look here.
Ugh, I think you would like them if you met them. That's my secret. Fred just kind of sits on their hands a little.
You can't drop that and not tell us what they look like and what they're like and those sorts of things.
Well, I mean, that's the thing about them is that you never know what they're going to look like. They can change how they appear a lot, and I just think that's really neat. They're
Like,
I think they're called a changeling.
I have met one or two changelings.
Oh, really? I mean, I'd never met one until I met them, but
I perhaps have met more, but sometimes they do not always wish to be forthcoming with who they are.
yeah. But I don't know. I found Chance to be pretty straightforward. They were a real kind soul, real nice company. Uh, very fun. I don't know. Fred just kind of like looks like for the first time looks a little embarrassed. Just
seems a useful skill to have for somebody in that kind of work and an interesting one for a partner.
I mean it's part of their gimmick, you know. Take a chance on what you're gonna get.
Life
Or,
is like a box of
place
chocolates.
requests.
Or that. They also really like Henwin.
Oh, that explains it.
Well, it's important. I mean, she's my best friend. It's hard to like someone if they don't like your best friend, you know? Which I'm sorry I didn't bring her by, Shadow Lady, but we were out and about and she wanted to go visit the Travelers Guild.
It is probably for the best if what you say is that she's a prize pig. People would probably start betting on her the moment you walk through the door.
That's true. Well, that's my secret. Fred is going to look around the group excitedly.
My secret. I need you to imagine somebody tasting a lemon for the first time, and that's kind of what her face looks like. Is well, this is a larger secret for you, Shadow Lady. Seeing as this group knows already that I have a Grim in the first place, but I have a Grim, and I named him after his creator, who is not me. He was given to me as a parting gift by my late lover. Who's next?
Nathan Grimm certainly paints a picture.
I don't think something like that was created.
How do you make a Grim?
Starting
I-
it certainly tells a story.
When my lover passed, he left some of his work behind, and he was a necromancer. And my Grim is a result of some of that work.
Did
And I... Huh?
she'll let you finish before speaking.
And he left very good instructions. So I conjured my Grim from those instructions.
Him being a necromancer, I mean, did dying stick?
Yes.
Seems like poor planning.
Some of us
Jesus
don't.
Christ, the trees. The trees. Fuck.
Your mic is on, bud.
Sorry.
There you go. Some of us don't have designs on endless life or power. It was
You
kind
know-
of part of his charm.
I respect that. I think that's a pretty good trait for a necromancer to have.
I thought so too. Can somebody else take their turn? Please.
Sure. Nat will turn back to the Shadow Lady. You said it should be. You only care that it be personal and emotional? Not that it means anything?
Well, I mean, good things, good secrets that have a proper emotional connection tend to mean something to you one way or another.
Suppose. Well, I would just doing something emotional that doesn't actually matter. I cheated on my husband a few nights ago, here, for the first time. I've thought about it for a while. And I guess haven't had the balls or put together the right opportunity. And I I shouldn't feel bad about that. And I don't think that I feel bad about that, but I'd certainly feel bad.
Latrice, you have a husband?
Burying the lead there, bud.
Young Sifas to come through and lose themselves in the excitement of the house. I would recommend, if I may, that you reach out to him when possible and explain that you made a mistake, if you do feel bad about it.
I doubt he cares or would want to hear. Don't, well, some marriages mean something and some don't. Guess I just thought I was going to feel differently about it. She shrugs. Is that a good enough secret?
I would say so.
Well, I
Lovely.
suppose if we're talking about home wrecking, I can be next. You know, I actually, well, this isn't so much a story about home wrecking, but a time that I actually didn't wreck no home. I have developed a little bit of a reputation that precedes me in regards to a variety of my endeavors, and ended up in a little small town, a little out of the way, and had some irate husband followed me from previous town, saying something about how I had slept with his wife or something, and challenged me to a duel. Needless to say, I won, but the real interesting bit is it wasn't until a few weeks later that I actually found out that I hadn't slept with the individual in question. Which, bothered me a bit at first, but it came to light that he was not exactly the husbandly type, and she used my reputation as an excuse to get him to leave, and I guess I'm happy to have assisted in the permanence of that.
I see.
I mean, that's just taking a bounty. Different way of going about it, but someone put a hit out on them.
Oh, I didn't get paid for that one.
You didn't go back and sleep with that?
Considered it, but nah, she needed her peace. I may be heartless, but I'm not that heartless.
Do you have a heart? Still? Like physically?
Yeah, it's there. It works some of the time.
Interesting. One of these days I'll have to get up in there.
I suppose you could when I'm transformed. So, to explain in better context, Miss Shadow Lady, I've become the bit of a interesting bargain that has kept my soul tethered to my body past my mortal passing. So it's a little touch and go exactly how here and there I actually am.
See, and forgive my questioning, but I am really curious. Would that have anything to do with the necromancer she mentioned?
Not different individual. Actually, we met a fair bit after that happened. Well, unless if your previous lover was the candlelight lady, but don't reckon that.
I've not heard that name.
She's more folklore than anything else. But unfortunately for me, turned out to be quite real.
I see.
Anyway, I guess you got a 2-for-1 special there. Jed tips his hat.
Would like to go next.
I suppose I should get mine off of my chest. Unfortunately, don't have anything particularly juicy because I've been exposed to a couple layers of memory, head trauma and memory manipulation.
You just don't have enough memories for some of them to be secrets.
There's one thing that a while back, I had a dream about some old comrade. A young man, a halfling. And I've been having dreams that have been filling in more of the gaps. How we met in the forest, how he said he was a city boy from an orphanage. How we fought together, ate together, laughed together. And yet, even though I know that I was the one to bury him, I can't remember his face or even his name.
That is a difficult thing to be stuck with.
But I'll manage. I'll have to.
Do you remember what killed him?
The same thing that kills anyone in a war. Someone else.
I suppose I can say mine. My best friend died a few weeks ago, and I do not know that there will be any kind of funeral for them, or even if I do go home, there will be anything left of them.
I'm sorry to hear that. Was it an accident or did someone harm them?
It was not an accident.
See, that can be very difficult. Well, I hope that you get justice if you can.
That's just kind of shrugs a little tightly.
Nat's gonna actually move over and try to hug Aras.
Oh. Yeah. They'll kind of like lean in a bit.
She's shaking a little bit. And yeah, she's just gonna hold you.
Fred will reach over and offer a hand on Natrice's knee. Just support. I'm so sorry, Ross.
She doesn't look like she's gonna elaborate.
The shadow lady looks towards you, Juniper. Assuming you're at the computer.
And awake.
Yeah.
Andorra has something to say to Aras, if that'll buy Maddie a couple of seconds.
Sure.
Okay, cool. Andorra's gonna kind of look like she's eating a lemon again and go, lacking closures. A special sort of hell, for lack of a better word.
It's an accurate word.
It's hard to mourn when you have to leave because of somebody's death when they're close to you.
Aras kind of considers that a bit. It's like, but you left on your own.
Just because I chose to do it doesn't mean I liked it.
I would not say that you did, but you at least had a choice.
Having a choice don't always make it better.
Just gonna shrug again. Do not
Much to think about.
Yeah, Aras is just like kind of like, I don't want to talk about it here in front of this lady. I don't know her.
You're not my mom.
You're not my mom.
What's my purse? I don't know you.
That's my purse.
Like,
Out
you
of
are
character for a
purple, but
second.
you're not my mom.
Oh, out of character for a second, Andora's sitting here like, I should probably try to relate to people if we're gonna get the good juicy deets. I hate it.
Maddie is passed the fuck out. Like, I shook her
Oh.
and she was sleeping, so
Whoop.
rip.
Well-
Sorry.
We can squeeze the juice out of her later.
Yeah, you can have her. We'll say she mentioned her secret, and then we can talk about it later.
Yeah.
But for now, the The shadow lady says, I appreciate you all being very open with you. I'm happy to provide what information I can provide. What is it that you are hoping to learn about Lord Sroy?
If you had any information about where he resides, who he is in contact with, organizations he's a part of.
Well, I can tell you, obviously, he is involved in the casino. Um, a bit of context, and granted, this is only what I know from working here. Is I'm sure you have guessed that Mr. Weiss has made his fortune in less than ideal circumstances. He spent a lot of time with a few of his compatriots shortly after the fall of Ramona, taking advantage of the political disruption in order to get coin and influence, largely through robbery. However, he decided to go legit and created the casino as a way to move goods around and acquire things for people who may need them. That was about 7 years ago. And it was not long after the casino opened that I began to work here. But even then, there's a certain amount of name recognition that is required to have a business such as this, so that certain authorities will turn a blind eye. I am not sure if Weiss reached out first to Borhat or vice versa, but it is known among those of us that work here that Weiss is not fond of nobility. So my inclination is that Lord Story reached out to him. Lord Story, I've gathered, was once invested in the mines in Silver Haven. Prior to apparently Lady Avadne taking over, there was a city with a large mine system that I would assume silver.
Yep,
But
silver before the collapse. Sorry, continue.
The collapse of Ramona. But I have gathered that the mines were closed somehow. But he wished to find a way to maintain his family's social standing, especially with his new husband at the time, and he was looking to adopt children. He made a deal with Weiss somehow. Invested wealth in the casino. And I've gathered that in exchange he uses the money invested to make his own dealings. I'm not sure that he is a purveyor of goods like Mr. Weiss is, but he's doing something. I don't know the details of what it is. I can tell you that his husband Peter is very fond of him. They have 3 children. The eldest, the boy being 12, the middle being 8, and the youngest recently adopted. She is an elf and she is about 5. I've also gathered just from our interactions that Peter does not know of his trysts with me, but I have never met him, so I cannot speak one way or another.
Do you think he's any less fond of him, or it's just something he does on the sides?
Well, I believe that he really cares for his husband and his children. From all appearances, I gather from the outside, speaking to people, he is seen as something of a pillar of the community.
You'd be surprised how two-faced nobility can be.
I mostly deal with the average person that comes through, who is willing and is able to afford to come up to the high rollers. I do not have many opportunities to engage with nobility beyond Lord Story and any that make an appearance at any of the balls or galas that Weiss throws. The occasional auction. Is there any more information I can provide you?
Well,
Are you able to leave here? It sounds like you do not see many people aside from who come to visit you. Not to make assumptions, but
Well, I technically can leave. I choose not to. I am comfortable here. I work here, and there is a certain degree of safety provided by the casino and the people that work here. It can be dangerous out on the road.
Do you know of those who wish you harm?
Not offhand, but I am here for a reason, I believe.
Are you religious?
Not particularly. I have read that people of my kind typically follow a couple of different goddesses, but I'm not particularly interested in such things.
do you enjoy what you do?
I do, and I'm very good at it. Well, Though frankly, enjoyment can vary from client to client, as expected. Um, but such is the way of business, is it not?
Truthfully, I think it no matter what you're doing, it really does depend on the customer.
Indeed.
And there are shit customers no matter what it is.
I hope you haven't had many bad customers.
I had a few, but typically, uh, should I need assistance, um, gods are called, they are thrown out, oftentimes, depending on how violent they are, drunk, their uh, access is revoked. But like I said, they took good care of me here and the other girls. It provides comfort, they provide potions to prevent any children. They provide
Thank God for
safety. Dove, could you repeat that? I didn't quite catch that.
when she said that they don't have kids. That said, thank God for that.
So, it is safe here, and safety is much needed in the current climate.
That's very true. But if you did ever want to leave, there's lots out there.
Roll an insight check.
Sure. One moment. Let's say 19.
There's a little something of like a flicker in her eyes, but you're not quite able to grasp it.
What do you do when you're not working? I know you mentioned reading at least a bit.
The thing is, for a courtesan of my caliber, I do tend to get lots of gifts, but my favorites are the books, so I tend to read. Sometimes if I'm bored, I will go up to the tapestry where hookah is provided. Oh, hi, Anne.
Did Anne walk by? Hi, Anne. We love you, Anne.
Oh, the boy.
Yeah.
The boy.
The boy.
The boy. We love you, Maddie.
A dance in a show in the background of Kenzie's video feed.
Anyway. Yeah, I typically read. I partake in hookah. Organize my things if I have the time. Clean. Typically find there is always something to do.
What kind of books do people tend to assume you'd want?
Well, mostly people bring me smut, but
But that's just taking your, work back into your personal life.
exactly. So I prefer more adventure books if I can get them.
Oh, I actually have some really good recommendations if you need some.
I would love recommendations. I'm always looking for more things to read.
Actually, I wonder. Let me double check my inventory. I'm like, would Fred have a book on them? Probably. I don't think they do, though. No, they don't. Alas.
You
Oh
can
wait,
always pick them up at the Travelers Guild.
they're going to pull out some of the they stole like 3 fancy books from the Verena estate. They'll offer them to the Shadow Lady, just like have you ever read any of these?
Which books are they?
I don't think I didn't write. Let's see. I have it says history, hunting, etc. So I didn't have anything written down. I think I just stole like a bunch of random books.
All right. Well, I am not particularly interested in hunting, but new books are new books, are they not?
Well, if you're interested in any of these, I mean, I don't know. I just grabbed a whole bunch. Here, Fred will pull out all the books and let her root through if she wants any of the fancy books.
She looks through a couple of the books. She seems to be interested in, let's say there's like a storytelling one with like some local legends. This one looks very interesting.
Well, it's yours.
I appreciate it. What do you wish for in return?
Oh, you've done more than enough to help us.
Oh, well, I disagree, but thank you.
And besides, that's courtesy of not ally, an associate of Lord Story. So it seems appropriate.
All right.
Which is probably the funniest way to put that. Oh, sorry.
If you need to owe me something, you can owe me meeting Henwin later. I'd love to introduce you.
If that sounds absolutely wonderful. I would be glad to meet your pig.
Perfect. It's a date.
I do dates for work. How about just a hangout?
Hang out then.
Any further questions you have? I will do my best to answer.
The music going sinister at that is just. But yeah, no, the information on the fact that the most recent adoptee is an elf is handy. A little context of the relationship is handy. I'm having trouble thinking of anything else. Does anybody else have any thoughts?
Nope.
I don't think so.
We can just start throwing names at her if we want, but I don't know that that's going to get us anywhere.
Actually, that's not a bad idea. Could ask if she's heard anything about the 3 names that we've been tracking down.
Octavia.
I think I had asked her about Octavia, but I don't.
Yeah.
It would be a bit of a long shot, but have you heard anything about a group called the Radiant? Enlightened? Radiant?
We have not heard of such a group. Least according to my memory.
Yeah, this is all long shot questions, so no woes. It's the name of the group that Lodestor is involved with that has run afoul of us, or we have run afoul of. Depends upon your preference and direction.
I see. Do you know any other names of people in this group? Are they an adventuring group?
More political from what we can tell. All the names are written on the back of my previous character sheet, and that is God knows where after cleaning. There's Octavia, there's the Radiant, and then there's another lord that we recently got the name of in. I'm pretty sure was it in association with the country that the nobles we killed, or where
Yes,
they
it
were
was
from?
it was in relation to Amastasia, which is the country that the nobles we killed are from. I know what you're talking about. I forgot to put in my own notes, but it's mentioned in the ciphered documents.
Uh,
By our brain cells combined.
for some reason, my brain just keeps on being like the mask maker, and I'm like, that's not the right one.
Actually, the
I
mask
did write down
maker
that one.
is part of it, but that's
It
a
is
recent
related, but
addition.
it's not what we're looking for, yeah. That's the ciphered notes. Or the untranslated cipher, rather. Where did I put the... Oh, wait, here we go. I have a link to it in my thing. Oh wait, no, right. We got it from friggin'. It's not from the ciphers. We got it from interrogating the skull of Ira.
Yes.
Florian Sparks. Florian Sparks is the name of this other guy.
Right.
I have
Sparks.
actually heard of that person. He is, to my knowledge, something of a bounty hunter. Goes around. He came by with the casino a couple of times. Half-elf-looking gentleman, kind of brown, olive brown skin, golden eyes, and long dark hair.
Why would her contact be a bounty hunter?
Possible they have fingers in many different pies, so to speak.
Is he like associated with a guild or a group, or is he just a independent actor?
I couldn't tell you, to be honest. He seemed independent. I mean, treated my workers well enough when he came through.
Oh, that's good to know.
But I did not interact with him personally. I only saw him. A couple of distinct scars near his jawline too. But
Well, any descriptor would help us not get ambushed by him.
I can't speak to any ambushes or anything, but I hope that is helpful. I have not seen him for a while, though. He mentioned to last I saw him, intergalactic him was a few months ago. So I don't know what he's been up to since or where he is gone.
Good information either way.
This has been so helpful. Thank you so much.
I'm I'm glad to help. It is nice to have an opportunity just to chat rather than spend my time working.
All work and no play.
Absolutely.
Uh, you- Feel free to come back and visit. I am sometimes gifted teas from Mahaba that I can share with you.
Oh my gosh, that sounds delightful.
They have
You know-
excellent teas there.
And they really do. Interesting spices.
Latrice was showing me how they do coffee in there. It's really spiced and interesting. Have you ever had Marhaba coffee?
Once or twice. It is really wonderful.
Yeah, it's really great. You know, I've got this coffee pot. Would you like some coffee?
Sure. Hold on. I may have cups in the other room. And she departs.
Fred is going to start pulling out their coffee pot.
It's already some interesting information.
Isn't she great?
She does seem quite nice.
I was not expecting to not hate her.
Why would you think that you would hate her?
I hate most people.
Fred kind of looks a little stumped. They're not really sure what to say about that.
Hard to deny it.
Too many bad run-ins.
Whoops. One too many.
Latrice, would you Fred is going to
Oh, you need
pour themselves some coffee and just would you mind if I borrowed some of your spices?
Oh, you need my blends? Yeah. And she'll disengage herself from Ross very gingerly. And then go over and pull out her stuff.
The shadow lady returns with trying to kind of balance a tray with 8 different empty mugs on it.
Oh, perfect. Fred will go to help as much as they can and start pouring some nice spiced coffee for everyone.
Nat'll check in her pockets again and say, "Sorry, I'd offered to leave you with some of this blend, but don't think I actually have enough." And this is the first time any of y'all have heard of her not having spices.
That is all right.
It takes a whole bunch of spices to make this.
But she starts kind of passing the mugs out to people.
We'll have to restock you, Latrice.
Oh, no, I can do this indefinitely. I just couldn't split it over 2 separate cups, you know.
Fair. I wonder if there's a spice market in town.
Might be a little bit of a stretch. Spices are typically, a little higher price to get, especially in bulk. We might have some luck at one of the
Spice must flow.
I've been told that imports have been difficult lately, but you would probably do best on a coastal town.
I was about to say we've seen a fair few Dragonborn from one of the southern coastal villages. Might be worth checking there.
There is the town of Okas. They are famous for their pearl divers.
Yeah, do you think we're thinking about that? Nat puffs herself up a little bit and says, I'm my own spice market. That is always good to see the inspiration. It's She'll turn to the candlelight lady. Jesus fuck the shadow lady. Freudian
Jesus
slip.
fucked the shadow lady? What?
Yeah, Jesus fucked the shadow lady. You
Happy
missed
God.
Easter, guys.
Happy Easter. And say it's
Jesus came again.
Oh my God.
He is risen.
yeah, she'll turn back to the shadow lady and say it's magic. As she's crumbling the last of the spices into the coffee.
Are you a spellcaster?
Oh goodness no. I ain't got a magic bone in my body. But this is a nice little trinket I've picked up.
Latrice,
I know very
said that she
little.
channeled the magic in the land. Was that right?
I know more about the land than the average person, and I'm able to tap into that knowledge. Sure, it's not my magic though. There's
Really smart.
power in the world. Yes, I am really smart.
Interesting.
Uh,
I know a little magic, mostly enough to entertain clients, but your kind of magic sounds very interesting.
Are there candles in the room?
There are candles, they're not lit, but they're there for wax play.
I love that. Perfect. That fits what I want to do. That'll say, yeah, here. And she rummages around in her pockets for a second, and pulls out a container of dried leaves. And she crunches them all in her fist and then blows them out. And the little leaf litter spreads around the room and lights every one of the candles.
Interesting.
That was already in the lead. You just got to convince them to let it out. And then she pulls out a second handful of leaves and turns all the candles off.
Are any of the rest of you capable of casting spells?
I can do a few bits and tricks. Fred will use a little whatchamacallit, druid craft to do a little sparkle leaves, thaumaturgy, whatever it's called. Sparkles.
Interesting.
Yeah.
Like
I'm
I
more
said,
of a cleric, really.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I can, like I said, I can do very basic magic, but I'm also capable of identifying objects, just for my own safety. People will try to send you the strangest things when they think you are interested in them.
Really? What's the most interesting thing you've been sent?
Interesting as in good, or interesting as in disgusting?
Ugh, I mean,
Bit of both.
Yeah, both sound like interesting answers.
yeah.
I was once sent a jewel with a soul of a person in it, and I had to send it back because why would I want that?
Ugh, how
That's a little
awful.
fucked up.
You.
Yeah, it was confusing, but like I said, like if you are nice to someone, they think that you want to fuck them even in your off hours.
It's called customer service, guys. Come on.
Some people can be so entitled.
It's typically the entitled who are like that.
So, like I said, I taught myself the spell so that I can ensure that the things I am sent aren't dangerous.
That is really smart.
And the rest of your magic is just inborn stuff? Because you do have that, right?
Oh, well, I sort of yes. Um, it comes more or less naturally, and she casts prestidigitation, and little violet sparks kind of trail after her fingers. I guess that is
Ooh, that's gorgeous. Yeah, I've read about that.
Mend things if needed, create light, and she kind of flicks her hand like that, and like three little dancing like globules fly out, and they seem to be kind of shifting between like a soft light blue and a more of a pastel-y purple.
Wow. That is really cool. Do you want to learn more magic?
No, it doesn't really come. Uh, I don't find need for it too much, to be honest.
Fair enough. I think it's really cool.
Anything you can do with magic, you can do with enough specialty items. And she'll gesture at the specialty items.
Don't say them, send every now and then. Depending on how desperate the client is, but I typically do not keep them on my person because it gets in the way.
Have you gotten anything cursed?
Well, that's why I keep the ability to identify things so that if I am sent cursed items, they can have them sent to Vice and he does whatever he does with them.
Sells them,
I would
assume.
I would imagine that's more common with, an angry spouse than necessarily your clients.
It depends. Do you consider how do you consider chocolates spiked with love potion?
Entitled.
There we have it.
Some people's love and interest does come in the form of wanting to hurt somebody.
Which I do not think I will ever understand.
If anyone would, you might be in the right line of work, though.
But regardless, thank you again for the coffee and the explanation of magic. I find it interesting sometimes. And it's not always I get to show off a little bit, and she kind of gestures vaguely to the dancing lights. Most of the time I use the magic for fixing things or cleaning, and like I said, the odd bit of entertainment.
I imagine there's a lot of fixing and cleaning you need to do.
Well, I mean, it's a messy job. If I do my job correctly, anyway.
Yeah, Nat lets out the loudest fucking laugh at that.
Regardless, I should probably get the room set up and get my makeup on and such.
We would hate.
Thank you all for stopping by.
Thank you so much. It was so lovely to chat.
It was a pleasure.
Pleasure to meet you as well, Unlucky Seven.
Fred is going to stand up and offer their hand to the Shadow Lady again and give her a nice handshake and a kiss on her hand as well.
Yeah, she'll shake your hand and then go about collecting all the coffee mugs that she brought out for you guys.
Oh, appreciate it.
So you guys head from the room.
Fred's going to look at the group like, well,
Aras and Natrice are giving each other a look as we leave. Long look.
Well, we got a bit of helpful information from that interaction. Thank you, Fred, for setting that up.
see, I told you she was great.
I don't always consider you a great judge of character, but that was something. You do find friends in the oddest places.
I love making friends.
We know, Fred.
They do have quite a talent for it.
And unfortunately, something most of the rest of us lack, so, covers our bases.
Fred's absolutely puffing up their chests a little.
So, what would you like to do next?
Ooh, I have suggestions that I don't know if Jed would want to make until not being overheard by Peter. Basically, we have a child that won't sleep properly, and so we have a need to come up with a solution for that.
Shit, right.
Elvish children, particularly young ones, do sleep like humans do. It's just that she can't be put to sleep magically.
Good thing we have drugs.
Drugs,
No.
the children. Drugs,
Drug
the children.
the children. Drug the children.
Maybe don't.
What? Do y'all have morals or something?
Yes.
Yes, the morals are drug the children, not kill the children.
Exactly. Jed's the only one who gets it. Well, and Ross.
Maybe do you still have silence?
The silence is a pretty good one.
Well, we do actually have a way to get a hold of a potion that we know works for knocking out elves.
They said they wouldn't give it up willingly, though. So, we'd need
Yes,
to...
and so we would have to sneak it out somehow.
Well, Aras, do you feel like doing that?
Doing what? Drugging the children? No, I don't want to do that.
Jed, how good are you at stealing?
Not bad. I was more thinking when one of us gets the dosage when losing the game, we'd instead of actually drinking it,
Drinking the whole thing? Can you put in your cheek where there's the hole, you could put like a tube to like a bag, and you just kind of tilt your head and you drain the cocktail into the bag, and then we can have it for later.
But there's
not a bad idea.
There's no way to tell, right? Until you drink it.
You taste it, right? I mean, it's got the bitterness not right on the back end. You taste.
And I have two chances.
When I was drinking it, I wasn't able to, correct me if I'm wrong, DM, but I wasn't able to taste anything that felt poisonous.
Not until you swallowed.
So in that case, we need to steal all 12 and apply them until we hit the magic 3, or I guess 2 of the magic 3.
Or we somehow determine which ones are poisoned before the game starts.
Or you could just be sneaky and not drug any children in the same.
That also happens,
Or just
yes.
steal all of the bottles. Like, just grab them all and run.
Hey.
Can any of us...
I'm not opposed to stealing the potions. The cocktail potions.
Can any of us do that? The magic the Shadow Lady was talking about? The identifying of
Uh,
Magic items?
yes, but more the well, I don't know, but more the problem is we would need someone who can do subtle magic with it.
Even before then, we do also need to consider that it's an ingested poison.
Yeah,
You
well,
can't feed that to the kids.
Yeah,
you
how?
slip it in their dinner.
At what
If you want to
point?
be nice, sure.
At what point?
I don't think that we're going to have an opportunity to
Yeah, the sleep
Precisely.
force feed a child a cocktail.
Or we
Yeah.
could do it
It's
once
not
they're
like a-
asleep.
permanent sleep. It's only for 10 minutes.
An hour.
Exactly. I think that if
That's a
a child catches us, we will have to give them not a drug, but a bonk on the head.
No, let's.
I don't know. You have
You bonk
People have-
somebody hard enough on the head and they lose their memory of what's happened.
Actually, what's more of a relevant question, are 5-year-old elves able to talk?
yes.
I think
you ever met a
that what we
5-year-old?
landed on was that a kid. I think what seemed reasonable in the chat was elven children age like humans until they reach about the age of 10, and then they
Mhm.
really slow down.
Yeah, I mean it's a baby. It's probably asleep.
So she's like a toddler.
I am not too concerned about the children. I mean, you can always put them in their room. You know, bad.
I think perhaps if we're worried about a child exiting the room while we do things, we just make sure that they can't exit.
Put something heavy against the door.
Precisely, just block with
Yeah,
a chair or
just trap the
something.
children then.
And we can undo it
Maybe,
before we leave if there's no
if
resistance.
it is even necessary. I think if we are very quiet, we can
Yeah, but
avoid.
that's what I'm hinging on. I have faith that we'll be able to do this.
Yeah, some of us are
Where our
quieter
feet-
than others.
But where our feet fail, we have magic to make up for it.
Now it's shooting a glance at Fred.
What?
Some of us are quieter than others.
I'm surprised you're glaring at her and not me.
You said you were
Sorry,
gonna take
Bobby.
the armor off.
Sorry.
Anyways, we have a plan for the heist now, basically. So it should be okay. I can sneak around the child. Looks at Latrice. Can you sneak around the child?
Yes, I can sneak around a child. They're
So
children.
there you go. We should maybe go find
Obviously she
Henwen.
knows how to sneak around children since she's the Easter Bunny.
True.
True. Yeah, actually, I sneak into millions of homes with sleeping children in them. Usually I like reverse stealing, but yeah, no, it's the same principle.
The juice gets caught in the act of hiding the eggs. You just, take your fucking egg and get out of here.
Just lay a beat down on the kid.
We should go find Henwen. They went on
think
an
so?
adventure.
Yeah. Well, Henwin and I believe Jude and Fern went off to the Travelers Guild. I bet you they're back at the inn by now.
So they haven't started a band.
Oh, that would be amazing.
All right, so you guys head back to the inn.
Well, I'm going to see if my pig is there.
She is there. She is as a being that is able to tell when you're going to be back. Timed it perfectly.
Oh,
Even if she was receiving lots of scritches.
Fred looks absolutely like just so excited to see Hedwyn walking down the street towards the inn too, and just is going to run on over and give her a hug. Just like, oh, the Shadow Lady was so nice. You have to meet her, Hen.
You catch a glimpse of a dark purplish blue hand scratching Henwin's ear.
Oh. You got to meet the professor? How did that go?
You catch another glimpse of a very physically close tentacled face.
Yeah, I know. He's kind of freaky, isn't it? Just a little bit, but truthfully, I kind of like him. I think he's rather nice. Yeah, Fred's just gonna be yapping at Henwin going into the inn.
All right.
And Dara will greet her Grim with the head rubbies and go, Did you? Oh God, sorry. This is Felix Strickling.
Are you winning, son? Sorry.
Rubbing the top of his head, and she'll go, Did you do a good job guarding?
He woofs and wags his tail.
I knew you would. Nods sagely at him and gives him another scratch between the ears.
And Juniper retrieves Boo as well.
Boo.
All right. So you guys head up to your rooms, I assume, to chat.
Yeah, better to do it in the room as opposed to in public.
Make sure we have some privacy. We should order room service, though, if we do have the option.
This is more of like a smaller inn, so you can probably get snacks sent over to you, but nothing like in terms of like a proper meal.
We
Well,
can
honestly,
always grab food on
Fred
the way
will
to the inn.
Oh, that's true. Grab and go
We
food
could
on the
get
go.
a bunch more bagels.
Yeah, you can get more bagels if you want. There's like various like skewers of little meats you could get. There's a place that's doing turkey legs.
Oh, Fred is absolutely going to pick up some meat skewers and some turkey legs and some we have the bagels, so they'll pick up some like flatbread or something like that. Just get a variety of foods because
All right. Let's call it 4 gold pieces for everyone.
all right. Fred will happily get food for everyone.
Yes, we can have a pizza while we discuss how we're going to do our heist. God,
Food is a very important part of the planning process.
Oh, I ain't questioning that.
D&D player will tell you.
I'm just commenting on the mental image.
All right. Food is retrieved. You guys head back up to the rooms. What would you like to discuss? I'll say at this point in the day, it's early evening, and you still have 2 more days before your agreed timing with Mr. Weiss.
Well, I think we can probably stand to do more scout tomorrow if we want to, or if we need to.
Would actually probably be better if we scouted today so we aren't tired before the actual event.
Scouting today was already completed.
Oh, earlier as opposed to in the evening.
Yes.
Yep.
And like I said, you still have 2 days.
It's
I
still
think
up.
we could,
Some of the servants.
we could also scout again the day before so that we have the most current lay of the land.
Maybe Jill could seduce a servant girl or two.
We got the name of the cook, Agnes, but I think she might be an older person.
Jed, is that going to be a problem for you?
Oh, you said Jude, not Jed.
Oh, no.
I was like, why is the dog seducing someone?
To be fair,
I
if you're a
believe
good
in
enough boy, you can get people to do pretty much anything as a dog.
This
That's true.
this
His
dog makes the
charms
people all
lie
over.
in being a fuzzy friend, not.
I will also say that Vice mentioned that there are 5 servants working there, to his knowledge.
Well, we did want to try and find some of the servants. I think that was on our list. So tomorrow we can try and track down Agnes.
That's probably a job for Jed or you, I'd say. If we
If
want
even
to,
goes anywhere.
yeah. Depending on if we want to seduce them or befriend them.
It's dependent upon if we want to, or I suppose their age would be more interested in friendly my friend here as opposed to more classic seduction.
I think
I'd
if
say
we
what
go
Fred
too
does is
hard,
also seduction. It's just, friend seduction.
if we go too hard, it might be suspicious.
I'd describe most of Fred's behavior as suspicious, CBH, and yet here we are.
I'm suspicious?
Exceedingly.
Really?
Nobody's that nice and that interested in getting to know you. That's weird, Fred.
Is it? I didn't think it's weird.
It depends upon what circles you're in.
For normal people, it's weird. Let me specify.
I mean, that's how everyone I've ever known acts around other people.
Well, Tier Orca is not exactly standard for the local population.
Everybody you've ever known has been family or neighbors.
Basically?
Yeah. It's not surprising. It's a different kind of circle then. She'll spread her arms out a little. Strangers in the big city.
True.
Fred, everyone you've ever talked to has loved you before they even met you. Or known they were going to.
Aw. I don't really think that, but it would be real
One family
nice.
you hate, right?
Huh?
Oh yeah, there's that one family you hate, right?
Copperworths.
Well, I bet they hated you before they met you, but everybody else loves you before they met you because they already knew every other member of your family and were delighted to meet the next one.
More or less.
Yeah. It's not usually like that.
What's it usually like?
People are suspicious. People make snap judgments. Most people are looking for reasons to be scared of you more than they're looking for reasons to dance.
Seems an awful lonely way of living.
It keeps you alive.
World's a dangerous place outside of Tirorga.
Did anyone have anything else they wanted to bring up?
You know, just a couple people drop some interesting tidbits. Who's going to start asking questions first?
I mean, not in the big group, but...
Lee, have you remembered anybody who's like alive to be talked to? Because that seems more useful.
Oh, yeah. Fred is going to look over at Lee and just do you want to you don't have to tell anyone if you don't want to, but if you want to talk about what happened earlier today, I think it would be a good idea.
Yeah, when Fred and I went for that walk in the morning, we were visiting Soltix, the Traveler's Society person, Squidman. And we followed through on his offer to quote unquote spit polish a few memories and was able to dredge up a few names for me.
He put psychic spit in your brain?
Not literally, but I suppose.
Gross.
That makes sense from an ecological standpoint.
More that he was
psychic
sticking.
tentacle
He quite literally put his fingers on my temples and had a little sift around to see what he could find without damaging anything further.
And sounds like you found something.
Anything interesting? Names?
Yeah. One Islan Dunprowl and one Moira Slagmelter.
Interesting.
Can I roll for if those sound like names of any particular origin?
Sure, roll a history check.
Yeah, those names don't sound familiar at all.
You can roll a history check too if you like.
Nat got a 25 on identifying the cultural origin of those names.
That was...
Natrice, Islam Dunaprowl sounds more like a Marhaban name to you. And what was the other one?
Moira Slagmelter.
Sounds like a dwarvish name.
That'll pipe up. I've been to places with names like both of those. Duncal seems Maraben and Ragmalter is probably a dwarf. So
Dune Prowl as in Major General Dune Prowl.
Lee looks a little surprised.
I mean, that would make sense. Lee was in the military.
And had rank.
I got a 19 history check.
And what were you trying to figure out on us?
If these names sounded like familiar at all, if I'd ever heard of them before.
They do not sound familiar to you. You don't know who these people are.
Cool.
You remember an Islam Dunprel, Andara?
Major General Dune Prowl was somebody I heard of before, mostly just in passing.
Do you remember anything else?
She retired a couple of years before the assassination of the king. That's about it.
Angara, her race was something that stuck out to you. Because it's unusual for someone of her background to not only be part of human culture, but also to be that high up in rank.
Right. She was a Gnoll, which is interesting seeing as she was such a high rank. And typically, non-humans such as myself top out about where I was in the military. Much lower than she was.
Huh.
When we initially visited the oh my god, I can't I can't think.
It's okay, take your time.
The Adventurers Guild. Oh my god.
Traveler Society.
The Traveler Society, thank you. When we initially visited the Travelers Society, I looked in the military history section, and I was looking for names in the books there, and I did well during the time that you said you would have been active in the military. In fact, Lee, I was looking for possibly even your name in there. I walked away with a list. If you're interested. Doesn't have to be here in front of everybody, of course.
If you'd rather share it in private, then I'll take it in private. If not, I'll take it here.
It's no difference to you. There was hang on, sorry. Trying to remember. Yeah, these were all yeah, generals. Okay, cool. Sorry, I was looking at the notes. There was a Frath Hornraven and Esmond Windle. Please tell me if I'm pronouncing these right. A John Overton, Earl Beard, Earl being his actual name. A Darvin Greycastle, a Samson Whitefang, a Bayar Penn, and a Stuart Dover.
I know White Fang.
Samson Whitefang?
Really?
Let me double check my notes. If that is the one that I directly knew or just knew of. Yeah. Oh yeah. Okay. Yeah, he's the patriarch of the White Fang family. And he founded Silvered Haven, the mine that was mentioned, or the mining town mentioned earlier.
Well,
And
that's the family that was in charge of the town. He
oh,
himself didn't found it.
oh, okay.
The town's been around a while.
Okay, sorry.
But his
The
family,
town was founded by the White Fang. Samson was the patriarch.
he's the current leader of it.
And I'm guessing I need to roll history to remember the other detail here? Or do I just know that since
No,
I
you
was...
just know that. If it's in your document, you know it.
Okay, and Samson was the one who assassinated the king.
Oh shit.
It's why things were bad in Silvered Haven. In particular after the king passed. For lack of a better term.
Haven't been in Silverhaven is a bit of a lack of a better term itself.
But the point was to see if any of those names rang any bells for you, Lee.
Whether if Samson's still alive, I don't know if he was part of the family that got rounded up for retribution, as it were.
Right. Nothing that's terribly bell-ringing, I'm afraid.
Insight check.
Roll an insight check. And Lee, you can roll the deception or persuasion.
Fucking damn it.
I'm judging from your reaction that you're not going to like my answer.
Yeah, I got a total of 8.
I got a natural 20.
You motherfucker.
And he's got a 0 in the stat that I'm using too.
I have a +3. Fuck
you. Yeah, no, he's as dull as a church without a bell tower.
Incredible. No bell to ring.
Just gone.
Well, this worth a shot.
Would you like me to put the list of names in the chat so people can
Yeah, I couldn't pick them up completely.
That would be great. Oh, that's wonderful. Thank you so much for your help, Andorra.
Boop.
Yeah, very proactive.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I like didn't catch one of those and misspelled two or three, so that's very helpful. Thank you.
Misspell them all. Power move. I misspelled your name on purpose.
True.
Those are the generals that Endara was able to find that were active at the time of the king's assassination that seemed to be human men around Lee's age. Obviously, there were more, but some of them didn't fit the bill. So these were just the ones that stuck out to Andara.
She was on a very specific quest for very specific information.
Yeah.
So, rare.
Would I know what Samson Whitefang looked like?
Probably not, but I'll tell you what, roll a history check. Just for your own history.
17.
You know, he had a couple of kids. One of them was a tiefling.
Interesting.
Well, at least we could connect a couple of the dots elsewhere.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, we could always try reaching out to them one by one. Send it.
There's a few of those names on that list that would be best not getting associated with in the current political climate.
A lot of
We
them, I
absolutely
imagine,
You'd
have
is
also
to.
need to have a description of them and know what they look
Yeah.
like to
I
pass.
imagine many of them are still serving Evadne. They probably didn't want to give up their position once the change of monarchy happened. And of
Or
course, good fucking luck finding Samson.
it's more finding his grave if I remember properly, but I don't know off the top of my head if he did make it out or not.
Hmm.
I don't know. It's worth a shot. Or we could try reaching out to one of the other names that you had thought of if we can find a description.
It's true. If Islan retired, she's in my memory, she might remember me if she's still alive.
Yeah, that's a lead. That's a real lead. She might even know who you are.
Well, also then there's the question of if she's on the list of people to avoid or not.
Well, she retired from the military, so I doubt she's got any interest in Evadne.
I suppose we could ask if she's open to meeting someone.
It's true. That sending thing that you have, do you need a description of them, or you just need to know their name?
I think I need a bit of a description of them, but I mean, I did it based off of a book for at least a couple folks, so you know.
We could see if she's in a record somewhere.
She was a knoll, I mean.
I don't imagine that someone like that could have escaped being written down somewhere.
Yeah?
Oh, who did we lose?
That was properly dead.
Oh no.
No.
Could I roll a history check to see if Andara had ever gotten a description of
Yeah, roll a history check.
Cool. Okay. It's
That good?
Can I give you guidance?
DM, can I get guidance?
Sure.
Cool.
1d4.
Please. Okay. 10.
10.
You were told she's a knoll.
I'm afraid all I have is that she was a doll.
To be fair, I imagine that's probably what most of the conversation about her was about.
Not where I was concerned, but I got less of a description of her appearance and more of a description of her character.
Hmm.
Or rather, her influence on somebody I knew.
I mean, you were told she's smart and clever and was in the military for quite a while. She's getting on in years.
She's just an older Knoll, and she'd served for a while, and was quite the inspiration to somebody I knew.
Hmm. It's the same somebody I could probably guess.
Huh? No, I didn't understand what you said.
Oh, is it the same somebody as I'd probably guess?
Depends on who you're guessing.
Well, there's only really one person I can think of.
Right. My dog! She'll ruffle his head because the dog is there.
His tongue lolls out.
What better inspiration for a wolf than a hyena person, am I right?
True.
Well, what can
You
I
know,
say? If it isn't
Fre-
broke, don't fix it. Sorry, you were gonna say?
no, it's okay. Fred just is going to look at Andara and also a Ross and just sorry to hear about your losses.
All right, I've still got something to remember him by. It's been a year.
I could. It's really unfortunate to hear about your friend, Ross. I know that honoring the dead is quite important to you.
Yeah, these things happen. Not usually the way it happened, but kind of
And
like glance over at Natrice.
If you ever want to talk about it, I'd be willing to.
You don't have to if you don't want to.
I don't know how much is in specific, but after the conversation with the Shadow Lady, it might be her hands are kind of shaking a little bit. It might be good to say that this Florian Sparks, whatever his name was, I'm pretty certain that he is the one that we have been looking for, was the one that killed them. Well,
Whoa.
looking for, but I think that he might be that person. You deserve to know that that is something.
We'll your friend? They were killed by Florian?
I think so. The description sounds the same. But I do not know anything about this person.
We haven't been able to find anything out.
Is that why you two are
Not
here?
yet, at least.
No one ever comes to a dust bowl like this without a reason. Is that the reason that you two had?
We're passing through.
No.
Yeah.
This is the first sign of anything. Mostly we have just been away.
We're doing the same shits we're all doing. We're trying to stay alive.
It seems like you passed through the right area.
But
Well,
it is
closer to figuring out what
Yes.
happened, further away from staying alive. That shrugs.
Mhm.
We've got more than just yourselves to help keep you alive now, at least.
We've got more than ourselves to worry about staying alive.
If this Florian is in fact the same person that is involved in my friend's death, then he may be connected to something bigger, but we don't know. He is not an independent person, as the Shadow Lady said. I do not think.
I didn't get much of a vibe, one way or another. Not.
Well, the search that we're all going on is turning up lots of answers to lots of things, so if running into him would give you answers, then I'll back you up if that comes.
He is dangerous.
What about our situation isn't dangerous?
We're dangerous.
Aras just kind of shakes her head, like,
We're,
no.
we're not up to the level that that bullshit is. Aras
Then
is
we get
bullshit.
there.
We can look into it together if you want. I think there's a lot of power in numbers. Only if
I mean, I think, Aras, correct me if I'm wrong, but it seems like a whole organized thing.
At least I think we can, well, Lee aside with his memories, I think at this point I'm fairly confident none of you are involved in his organization.
If you are, Liam, kinda trust that you'll stay back here with us instead.
One more time on that, sorry.
And if you were, Lee, I kinda do think you'd choose to stick with us still instead.
I'd like to think that what I'm experiencing now would take precedence over what I experienced before.
That was a different person.
And if I am a double agent, you have every right to stab me to death, so.
Thank you. I'll take you up on that.
She's actually going to reach out her hand for a handshake.
Handshake taken.
Deal.
If I ever betray you, kill me.
Oh,
Eh,
let's
either a
not
knife or a
works.
gun or a.
Mutually assured destruction.
What? So Anzara's allowed to claim Jed's body, but I'm not allowed to stab Lee.
I
If
can't
anything- if
claim
anything-
Jed's body.
If
The
anything, it's
Candlelight
further.
Lady was way ahead of me.
Oh, she ain't after the body.
If anything, it's further incentive to just keep doing what I already was. I'm not going to turn on anyone, and if I do, then I'll get what I deserve. To be fair, I'd expect she'd do it anyway.
Do any of you know anything about ancient relics?
Nat raises her
I'm
hand.
gonna roll history real quick.
You
about
don't.
that.
I'd also like jab you in the arm and just be like, you don't count.
Aras grabbing Natrice's wrist and forcing it down.
Yeah, exactly. It's like, no.
Not today.
Do any of you
You
who aren't
couldn't
an
tell me
archaeologist know anything about ancient relics?
Yeah. I'd also like look at the trees. It's like, if you haven't been able to tell me, if you've been sitting on information for like the past 2 months and didn't tell me anything, I'd be very angry with you.
I've been doing my best to look for information.
I hadn't
Let
know
me just double check
anything.
my notes and then let me roll if I remember correctly.
Would Hen have supplied anything?
Yeah,
Brad?
does Henwin know any ancient relics?
Henwin is the ancient relic. What are you on about?
Henwin is the ancient relic.
I mean, I could try rolling a history check.
I mean, if you want.
Sure.
If you are not familiar with Jazeeran archaeology, it probably is not anything to do with relics, though, I suppose.
A history check, that's 16 for me.
Sure. And what did other people get? Because I know other people were rolling.
Okay, I had to take a second to actually read that number. This side of the die is a little hard to read. 21.
Cool. So relics can be either important historical artifacts or important magical artifacts. They sometimes can be connected to deities or other beings with extreme power. Sometimes they can be referred to as artifacts, but relics, I mean, it really depends on like what you're looking at, but I mean, like I said, some can be related to deities, some can just be super powerful artifacts. Usually pretty ancient, depends on the culture and the magic and what in the deity and what you're looking at. Lee, thinking of artifacts, like you've heard stories of like magical weapons lost to time and staves and wands and even the hand or eye of a lich. But based off of that and also what you know of these people, maybe something more historical. Like, it doesn't even necessarily have to be magical, but can provide information on a society.
A relic can be a big rock.
Yeah.
I mean, kind of depends on what kind of artifact you mean. If you just mean something of cultural significance or a weapon of some kind, which I know the former king was very feverishly searching for.
The king was looking for a relic.
It's one of the few things I remember about being that high up. Being surrounded on all sides by greater powers, he really wanted to find some leverage. He didn't really care how that leverage was attained.
He also didn't particularly care what kind of relic. He's just looking for something important.
To hold hostage?
No, to like use, preferably, I think.
A weapon.
Yeah. Ancient staves, cursed or not cursed swords, that kind of shit. I can't think of anything specific at the moment, at least. But I don't imagine that's what you two are looking for.
You know, standard Evil King shit.
Standard Evil King shit.
The king never found anything, though, I assume. I mean, and this was more recently than you would have memories of, so.
Is the artifact searching for something specific? Did it get, like, stolen or something?
We do not know exactly what
pieces, maybe? Yeah.
What it could do. It is an altar.
You're searching for pieces of an altar.
Stone altar. It was not, I mean, DM, it wasn't like pieces. Like, it was pretty complete.
It was pretty
as far as,
complete,
like, an
but
altar
they had to dig it up.
Yeah. And we never noticed anything magical looking about it.
They saw.
As far as we could
I mean,
yeah.
Granted, it was dark and hard to see, but like it looked old, and like there were some carvings on it, but you'd have to get closer to be able to look.
Right. It was some kind of, it looked like an altar. What I have seen of altars at home, it had some symbolism on it that I do not know. It was old, and I do not think that it was magical, but I don't know. Artifacts are, there's a lot of artifacts in Jazeera, but I do not know many that would be, you would kill for.
Jazeera is a great trove of things. Nat takes off her mask. When I saw the snake with the with this gem, and she'll knock against it, that was with this altar.
And you're saying it was like taken from Jazeera?
Can only assume. We did
taken
not
taken from wherever, taken from the ground at least. I mean, I don't know what their ultimate plans were.
But the point is that it isn't back there.
They were outsiders. They were not all people from Jazeera. They were off continents. I assume that they are trying to take it off continent, because they would not be able to come into our cities. Well, that I am aware of.
It would have been hard for them to, from what I saw. It's difficult to get into and around on Jazeera.
So you think they're still there then?
I do not think so.
Don't know. They could be, but yeah, I think it's unlikely.
We don't know.
Also with magic.
Don't know much.
You're searching for information on them then, or I'm just trying to piece together everything.
We are trying to learn more and not be hunted down by them for what we saw.
They saw us they not to be looking for us.
Okay.
This here, and that'll gesture around to the group, is not the only fuck up people are looking for us about.
Hence the cover names when we first signed that contract, huh?
For all the good that did, yeah.
If the wrong person knows about us and sees our names on that contract, I do not know.
We all have a vested interest in getting it back or destroying it, but we had a vested interest in that before anyone else.
Why are they trying to kill you? Just because you saw the altar?
Because they're doing suspicious, illegal, evil shit.
Similar situation to what we found ourselves in now, I think.
They're
We
just
watched
doubling
them-
shit.
We watched them kill a bunch of people in the forest.
Oh, that'll do it.
Mm-hmm.
Oh. Yeah.
The
Fair
people
enough.
there were some people from Jazeera, some that I knew, and then outsiders, and they squabbled over the altar. And when it did not go their way, Florian Sparks' people just killed them. There was a big fight. We did not stay to see the final outcome, but many people were dying.
I'm so sorry.
Well,
So
we
who
know.
knows?
Well, we know Florian is a hired gun. Could he have been hired by the same people already at that point?
I feel like there's a lot of things
We-
connecting here, yeah.
Or
we know,
was
we know he might be, but the Shadow Lady could also just not have known his allegiances very well.
No,
He
they're
could
not.
just be hired help, but he was leading it, so
It's
I would assume
hard
he would
to
know more.
It's hard to prove a negative, prove
Wait,
that he was not involved specifically.
he
That's-
was leading this expedition, and you said this happened, what, a few weeks back?
Was what, 3 months ago, DM?
Sorry, could you repeat that? People were talking to me.
It's okay.
How do they?
The whole thing went down about 3 months ago, right?
Thereabouts. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah.
if all the timelines are true, then he was already with the Radiant at that point.
It's possible.
If it is connected to the Radiant, don't know
Well,
if we know that.
we know he is because,
Ira was meant to report to him.
yeah, and she was brought on, I imagine, more than, what, a couple weeks ago, willing to kill themselves over it.
Hear like a heavy exhale from Lee about that. Still not quite over it.
I don't know if they were brought on a couple weeks ago. It sounds like there's been strings being pulled for a while.
Yeah.
Ira serving
might
Sparks,
not-
serving the Radiant, it seems.
I'm
He may
just,
have been hired but not know.
I'm just saying it would be safer to assume that our problems are associated with the sorry, my brain just shut off. It's safer to assume that Florence
Florian
would have,
Sparks, yeah.
yeah, would have already been hired at that point, than to assume not.
Just like the Vimonan King, it would make sense for an organization like this to want an object of power.
Did not even know his name until today, so don't know anything more.
No.
More connecting dots than anything else at this point in time.
Mm-hmm. You should get a cork board that collapses like your canoe so we can pin notes to it. Bring it around with us.
Nat pulls out her like overflowing binder folder.
That will also work.
Yeah. I mean, all of our note keeping powers combined, I'm sure we could figure out something. I wonder, I mean, I don't think that Verena would have been connected to whatever was going on in Jazeera. It didn't seem like he knew.
I imagine that an organization that's had its fingers in the politics of multiple countries in order to even start the war between Astronus and Anastasia would probably have multiple branches. Think of it like a spider's web, and Octavia might not even be at the center.
Plans within plans within plans.
Mm-hmm.
That's all rather spooky, isn't it?
It sure is.
Actually, we can pretty definitively say that Verena was not aware of what was going on in not Marhalba, Snakeland.
Jazeera.
Jazeera, thank you. It's actually pretty safe to say that he wouldn't be aware of what was going on there, because if he knew, he wouldn't have hired you two.
Us.
Yeah, you two would have been taken out before even doing the job.
Yeah.
This is why we were so cautious when we came in. It was unusual for
Suspicious as
someone to
hell.
just find us and reach out to us without knowing us, being new to the continent.
We're in the middle of fucking nowhere.
Well, he was specifically targeting drifters that wouldn't be missed once they were made to disappear.
I was as suspicious as you were.
Yeah, we know that now, but before.
Yeah, before that fact, I too was wondering why he'd bother hiring some washed-up old drunk. But with that context, it makes sense.
Well, the only ones that truly made sense at the time were me and June. Me for my more questionable business endeavors, and June for her knowledge of the area.
Latrice at least had some very competent rumors surrounding her. I can't believe I believed that you could take out an entire bandit den by yourself.
That would be a story.
Yeah, people like to spread rumors.
People like to spread rumors.
The more salacious, the better, typically.
I've scared off a bandit or two in my time, but if I could slaughter bandit dens, we'd be in a lot less shit right now.
Reasonable.
I mean, all of us are pretty good at what we do, I think.
Yeah. I never run into anyone that can do what Latrice does.
Dig a hole?
Not many people are interested in my line of work.
Well, you see, Ross, anyone can dig a hole, but very few can analyze a hole.
Just like shakes head.
I do more so mean her natural knowledge, though.
Yeah. Most people don't have the patience for the kind of study it requires, I think.
It certainly paid off for you.
I'm out in the world ostensibly doing something I love doing. That's close to success. She doesn't look happy while she says that.
Your husband? Are you
Oh, we're talking about that now? That's the important thing you got?
I was just about to ask.
Well, like, not necessarily. I was curious. Put an earmark on it, I guess.
His name's Voss.
Voss?
Voss. V-O-S.
Voss. Oh.
And he is alive?
As far as I know. I haven't heard that he died. I don't know that I would have heard it if he did. But I have no reason to suspect as much.
Judging from tone and context, I assume you wish he was.
Or at least certainly no love lost.
It might be easier if he was. Probably be easier for him if I was.
What, divorce ain't much of a thing in your culture?
I doubt he wants one. I don't know if I want one.
Where is he?
Back home, I assume.
Where is that?
About as small of a town as you come from, though a lot less cute and cuddly. A lot less nice.
I imagine if you're out here, you didn't want to stay.
Some people can be comfortable in small towns, I'm sure. But it was too small for me. I mean, it was certainly no Jazeera, no Marhaba even.
So it does make a lot of things make sense, though. In the lead up to our casino excursion, let's call it, did seem like you knew quite a bit more about high society than I thought you would.
I have done my time, yes.
You know where you were? Are?
Can you repeat?
Does he know where you were? Are?
I mean, in the vaguest sense, he knows that I went off continent for an expedition. He might remember that it was through Marhaba, through Jazeera, or whatever. I didn't talk to him very much about it. But he doesn't know that I'm back, I guess. And
Didn't anticipate that.
Nat shrugs. I mean, if he was expecting me to return, it would have been already back. But I don't know. He might have suspected I wouldn't come back.
Well, there's also the whole entire bit about your entire expedition getting killed, so.
That news may have made its way back too, but again, I don't know that he would be looking for it or that the news would really make it to my town. We don't hear much about the outside world.
Do you want to reach out to
him? That's a loaded question when you say it, Fred. No, I have no message I want to send him.
It sounds like your relationship with him is quite complicated, but it's at least clear that you don't want to go back home.
We were heading back home, actually.
Oh, really?
When we got the message from Verena. Like I was saying earlier, most major news doesn't make its way to us. I kind of expected that no big organization would find its way there either. Seemed a safe enough place to hide out in.
I was going to the route I was just thinking. Perhaps makes a lot of sense if your town's small and doesn't see much contact. That'd be a good place to hide.
Yeah, but hey, it's always meant that I don't need to talk to Voss. So silver linings, I guess.
Always best to look on the bright side of life.
Nat shoots you the widest and fakest grin.
And Jed's shit-eating grin that's returned would be legendary.
Fred just sort of tilts their head and I mean, we could still go by if you wanted.
Go by on our way to what? It's not on the way to anywhere.
Well, we still might need to lay low. So you know.
We do have several options as far as that's concerned, at least. And as long as we keep moving after we're done with our business here, we should be okay.
Yeah.
Well, we might not need to lay low if things go well.
If things go well, yeah. Haven't been thinking much about the future in that way. I think it's enough of a struggle just to make it through the present right now.
Sometimes it is, but tomorrow always comes.
If you make it there, I guess.
And I feel like that might actually be a good place to end sessions.
Woo!
Yeah!
Depressing ass note!
That, like, one thing just, like, completely cracked open half into Treese in my mind. Just like, oh, it all makes sense now. She's fucking running away from her, like, high and mighty arranged marriage family. She doesn't want to be she doesn't want to be a married housewife. She wants to be Indiana Jones.
She wants to be Indiana Jones.
Indiana Jones.
Indiana Snones.
So that's Latrice.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And don't worry, Fee. I'm going for Yandara next.
Oh my god.
Yeah, that
I'm
was
scared. Mom, I'm scared.
God, we got so good.
Remember, girl, you still have a disadvantage on checks because of exhaustion.
Ah! I did this to myself.
You did.
I did this to
on
myself
purpose.
on purpose. The tree's being married.
It explains so much, honestly.
I'm gonna be thinking about this all week.
Oh my god. Is it Saturday yet?
Is it Saturday
I mean,
morning,
technically
9
it is
a.m.
Saturday
yet?
right now.
Is it 9 a.m. on Saturday morning yet?
Needs to be 9 a.m. Saturday.
Someone wind back the clock.
Please.
Well, guys, fun as always.
Oh yeah.
Thanks for playing with me.
Thanks for facilitating it.
Yeah.
Thanks for setting up this crazy spider web.
I love the web.
You guys are
I'm
starting to
obsessed.
really like get into it now.
Oh yeah.
Screaming, crying, throwing up.
And Ross's little reveals too.
Yeah, no, that too. That's huge.
I'd love to hear all your guys' theories on like all of the Lee stuff, all of the Alas stuff, all of the tree stuff we went over, and then like all the plot threads you guys are starting to
Oh,
uncover.
absolutely, yeah.
But
I think I speak for all of us when I say that all of us would love to hear everyone's conjectures about our own characters.
But regardless, thanks for playing, and we'll see you next time.
See you next week.
Thank you. So far.
Goodbye.
Bye.